depends on the anime. Of course, there's still animes that are right.
Well, obviously it depends, because there's some garbage that I've watched in the past.
Like, I really like Solo Leveling at the moment. Like, I get excited.
Like what?
Solo Leveling.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that one.
Love Solo Leveling. Oh.
It's one of those, it's based on a light novel who has a title that is so obscenely long.
It's actually based off a Korean light novel. It's a Korean story.
Oh. Wait, am I thinking of the right one?
I think you're thinking of something else, because Solo Leveling, I think you're thinking of something else.
Is it just called Solo Leveling?
It's literally just called Solo Leveling.
God, I'm thinking of something else then.
Yeah, you're thinking is, I don't know what the hell you're thinking of, but it's definitely not Solo Leveling.
Okay, well, point anyway is that, like, that's part of why I'm into animation in the first place. Like, when I was in secondary school... Did I ever tell you this, actually, in secondary school? So, when I was in secondary school, I wanted to keep watching animation. But obviously, there was a big pressure not to watch animation. You know?
Why?
But just because it was seen as a kid thing.
Oh, I didn't give a shit.
And, well, I mean, this was an all-boys school. I don't know if it was more tolerant in an all-girls school or not, but...
They just said, okay, whatever you want.
So, but what I did then was I actually dedicated myself for a while into researching adult American TV shows. And what I mean by that, I don't mean research in like a formal way, because obviously this is just me as a secondary school student. Like, I had a notebook with me, and when I watched an episode of something like Family Guy or Beavis and Butthead or something,
I never liked Beavis and Butthead, I'm gonna be honest. I could not get into Beavis and Butthead.
I understand, but also I would pick Beavis and Butthead over Family Guy any day of the week.
Really?
Yeah. I think Family Guy is like brain rot.
I thought Beavis and Butthead was brain rot.
Well, okay, this is all debate.
I think that's just opinions, though, everybody. It's like...
Yeah, everyone has their own likes and dislikes. So, the point anyway is that... like, I had this notebook, and I was, like, going through the adult, like, you know, the American TV series, like South Park and stuff, as well. And
okay, I like South Park.
And I was just, like, writing down... Like, if I watched an episode, I'd write down the episode name, I'd write down what score I'd give it, and I'd write what I liked about it, what I disliked about it. In a sense, I was reviewing it, I guess.
Oh, yes, because that is actually your favorite thing to do.
My favorite thing to do. I mean, it's work sometimes, so it can be exhausting, but...
Well, I think it used to be your favorite thing.
I like to analyze things. I like to break them down and, like, think more deeply about things. Like, for instance, when I was talking about Raya and talk about it being a movie about trust.
It is a movie about trust.
Yeah, but a lot of people, I don't think, can really articulate that, so, like... God, I sound on my high horse when I say that. Most people can't articulate it so effectively. It's like, come on, dude. But, okay. You know what I mean, though, right?
I do know what you mean.
Some people can explain what they like better than other people.
Yeah, I'm not the best. Like, when you ask me sometimes, hey, what do you think of the game? I really enjoyed it.
Well, some games you can really go into
It
detail
depends on the game.
Like, I know, for instance, a movie that you have never been able to explain to me why you like it, and I don't like it, is Meet the Robinsons.
I enjoy it. It's not, like, the best, but I enjoyed Meet the Robinsons a lot.
Yeah, but then I would ask you, like, why did you like it? And you just kind of give, like, these, like...
I just know, I personally enjoyed it. That's all. But there's nothing wrong with me saying I just
No, but
enjoyed
I can say that movie gave me a headache.
That's fine. That's your opinion.
It was a bit more than an opinion. It wasn't like I chose to have a headache.
Yeah, but...
You know, I'm not using this metaphorically. It actually did hurt my head.
That's fine.
And I can tell you which scene it was. It was literally the scene where they were introducing all the family members.
Oh, that is, like... Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that was a lot of people. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, and ultimately, how many of them actually mattered to the story?
Well...
Very few of them. A couple of them, but not many of them. Most of the family could have been excised and it wouldn't have changed anything in the movie.
I guess.
So, like, just like, I hear a lot of people talk about how it's an underrated film. And I watched it and I was like, how? Is it better than Chicken Little? Yes. But in my opinion, is it much better than Chicken Little? No. it's like only a little better, in my personal opinion. Because there's very few Mews that have actually physically attacked me. It hurt me. It literally hurt me. My head was actually sore. You know?
Yeah, I was doing better, and then I wasn't. I was doing better, and then I wasn't.
So,
I'll keep going.
what I think you need to do is to try to get more back-to-back stuff.
Yeah.
To really throw them off. You need to build up like a high stack, and then just have like 2 lines, blue lines, come in. Or something like that, I think. I don't know. I'll let you keep working away at it.
Because we have to. Cause
I'm kind of enjoying just treating this as a podcast.
a bug.
Just me. This is just an opportunity for me to just like talk and vent.
Yes, vent all you want. I will help you vent.
Like so. Like yeah, like so. There's that. What are your thoughts on Pocahontas again?
I love Pocahontas.
Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of Pocahontas myself. I don't hate it. I just
Pocahontas was one of my favorites when I was a kid.
well, that's always going to be a factor, isn't it? If you watch it a lot as a kid, it's always
Yeah.
going to like.
I think my favorites when I was a kid were actually The Little Mermaid and Pocahontas.
More so than like something like Beauty and the Beast.
I really liked Beauty and the Beast as well, but yeah, my actual favorites were Pocahontas and The Little Mermaid. And then obviously Alice in Wonderland, but
Oh, Alice in Wonderland, yeah.
and of course, like everybody, I really loved Hercules. But at the same time, I didn't consider them when I was thinking of princess movies specifically.
Some people refuse to accept that Meg isn't a princess.
She's not a Disney princess. I'm sorry, but I love Meg. Meg is an awesome character. She is definitely one of the most badass Disney characters out there. But unfortunately, yes, she is not a princess. She does not meet the criteria to be a Disney princess.
She's just snarky.
Technically, Mulan is only a Disney princess because of her great act, which was to save China. You know the criteria that Disney says.
It doesn't make sense because, as someone pointed out, it was like at the very least they could have used the awful sequel to at least make her a princess. But she isn't actually a princess.
She's not, because she marries a man, and he's not a prince.
No, he's the son of a general.
So she couldn't be a princess because she'd have to marry someone else then.
Yeah, but then what about, I don't know, discovery that she actually has some royal blood? Well, that would be hard to do, wouldn't it?
That would be hard to do. Fuck's sake.
But I don't know. Just her being a princess is always a little bit weird.
Because do you know the criteria to become a Disney princess?
I think you were just kind of telling me there. Like,
Yeah,
so the obvious one is be born into royalty.
So the two obvious ones are be born into royalty
or marry into royalty.
marry royalty, which
Because
is,
that's why Belle is...
yes, that is why Belle and Cinderella
Yes,
are
that's
Disney
true,
princesses.
actually.
So, and Tiana.
Also, he gave you a bad shove up there.
Yeah, and Tiana.
That's a good point as well. I forgot about Tiana.
Um,
I always think of her and not the prince for some reason.
yeah, so Belle, Tiana, Cinderella, married royalty.
I'm not saying he's a bad character. It's
Obviously, Raya is a new one. Raya, Rapunzel.
I wonder, is it because I didn't see him much before him becoming a frog?
I don't know.
Is that why I don't think of him too much?
And obviously, technically, the princess from Black Cauldron should be a Disney princess, but because her movie did not sell well, they do not have her on the list. Technically, Alice isn't considered a Disney princess either.
Yeah, but they could have at least brought in the Black Cauldron girl for Kingdom Hearts instead of having Alice be a Disney princess.
She's not an official Disney princess, though. She was listed one in Kingdom Hearts.
She was a princess of heart.
Yes, but in the official Disney princess stuff that's actually official, Alice is not a Disney
Is there
princess.
13 of them or something?
Raya's obviously been added because Raya is a princess because she is royalty. And they did actually add her to the list.
Okay.
So there is both.
I mean, I know she's royalty, but she wouldn't be a character that I'd be like
Yeah, she's one of the newer ones.
super gung-ho about.
There is obviously Elsa, Anna, or like majority of them I would say are actually ones that are born royal.
Okay, let me think about this. So I think No, okay. I was about to say the classic ones are all, but no, actually one of them isn't. So Snow White is born royal. Cinderella isn't. She marries into it.
Sleeping Beauty, she wasn't raised royal, but she is.
But she is royal.
But she was,
she's the daughter of the king.
So she, but yeah, that's what to say. She.
And she was to be brought back as well, so it wasn't like they abandoned her or disowned her.
Yeah, like she is actually royal.
Then there was a long time where there wasn't really any princesses, although we have your one, as you said, from Black Cauldron.
Yeah, I think she was supposed to be one, and then her movie didn't do well.
And then I'm just trying to think, is there any like princess ones? Obviously, in terms of the official princesses, I don't think there's any in between. But I'm just wondering from like a...
So Mulan is the other one that isn't marry royal or be born royal, is a great act of sacrifice or just a great act or something, which is where they consider for Mulan saving China.
Didn't Meg sacrifice herself?
Yes, I know, but because Meg was not the main part of the story. It was still Hercules. I think that was unfortunately Meg's downfall. And same with Esmeralda. Esmeralda did a great sacrifice and was very brave as well. But since the movie...
Wait, what did she sacrifice?
Well, she did a revolution and stuff.
Not quite a sacrifice.
Yeah, but like...
I would say...
like a great act of courage, like.
Okay.
Do you know? Like... because the movie isn't technically her movie, I think, is the downfall there, that they're actually not the character.
Yeah, we all know who the main character of The Hunchback of Notre Dame is, right?
Yeah, it's Quasimodo.
It's Frollo.
Oh.
I'm making a joke.
Okay. Yes.
I was just thinking that, like...
The creepy priest that wanted to sexually assault Esmeralda.
His song is so good.
Okay, yeah. His song's a banger. None of us disagree with that one. And I still think about it.
Like fire in
it's
my
honestly
skin.
one of the best villain songs.
Oh, it's so good.
I think it is the best villain song Disney has ever created.
It's also not on their channel, for obvious reasons.
Because it's so dark.
Yeah, because it's about lust.
It is about lust. But it was honestly the best villain song they ever created.
Oh, it's so good.
But without a doubt, nothing ever compared. Any other villain, they've written other good villain songs, but that...
Mother knows best.
Actually, I do enjoy that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good song, but it's no fire in my skin now, is it? Or Hellfire.
It's not Hellfire. Hellfire is definitely their best, like, peak villain song.
What are other really good villain songs? I quite like Be Prepared from Lion King.
Oh, that's actually what I was thinking about. I was thinking Lion King in my head, actually, when you said what's another good one. Be Prepared. I actually do like Poor Unfortunate Souls.
Poor Unfortunate Souls.
It's such a good one. There's other good ones, but Hellfire...
The problem with Poor Unfortunate Souls, I think, is that it's a bit overshadowed by the other songs in the movie. Like, there's so many good songs in The Little Mermaid that Poor Unfortunate Souls kind of, like...
Oh, really? Do you think so?
Like, when you think of Little Mermaid, don't you think more... Well, first off, a lot of the song that a lot of people are going to think of is Under the Sea. Under the Sea.
Ooh,
but then,
okay.
My favorite is Part of Your... No, not Part... Is it Part of Your World? What's it called?
Which one is it?
Oh, how does it start again? It's where she's singing about how much she wants to be, like, up on the land.
That's Part of Your World.
Yeah, that is Part of the World, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's also Kiss the Girl and
Kiss the Girl.
And there's also Under the Sea, actually.
But I just said that.
Yeah, which was one you did mention, which, yes. Little Mermaid did have a lot of good songs, but you could say the same thing about Lion King, though. There was a lot of really good songs.
Well, oddly enough, the one that I always forget about in The Lion King is actually the one that was nominated for an Oscar, which was
ooh, that was
give me one quick second to
it's the one about when the two lions wanna do each other.
Yeah.
It's the one written by Elton John.
He wrote a lot of them, though, didn't he?
He did, I think.
Didn't he do The Circle of Life as well?
He did. The Circle of Life is a good song.
Oh, it is. To the point where I forget about that other song. Because I'm just thinking about other songs like Hakuna Matata or Can't Wait to Be a King.
See, that's why I think Scar's song was good, but it is overshadowed, like you said.
No, well, Be Prepared isn't overshadowed to me.
Oh, really?
Whereas What is that song called? Can you feel the love tonight? Like that one, I don't know. It's not a bad song at all, but I always forget it.
Yeah, okay.
Compared to the other songs.
Sorry, I'm trying to like remember where to go. Here. Oh fuck, that was a mistake.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a mistake, but you know, you can get over it if you put enough effort in. Yeah, that's probably the best move you could have made, to be honest. You need a long piece. Oh, or actually you could do that.
Oh my god, I'm trying. Is she ever going to fuck up?
It's a he, I think.
Is he ever going to fuck up? Shit. Okay, I fucked up again.
Okay, be careful. He's gonna shove you up a little bit now.
Yeah, I kind of already lost. And I was doing so well, technically, up to a point.
Yeah, it's tricky. Other villain songs. So.
Oh yeah, but like, actually, I don't know why Maribel from Encanto is considered a Disney princess though, because compared to what Mulan did,
I've never seen Encanto, so I can't comment on.
Yeah, but like, she is considered an official Disney princess. But
She is.
She is.
This is the first I've heard of it.
But I think the rule can be broken if your movie made a fuck ton of money.
Did it though? In the box office, I thought it was a failure.
No, it did really. I think with merchandising after because of how well it did.
You think it was saved by merchandising?
I think so.
Okay. Because I only remember hearing about the fact that it had performed poorly in the box office.
See, the problem was, I think.
I would like to know the home video sales though.
It's more streaming now. Streaming.
Yeah, streaming's a tricky one because, like, how do you ascertain, like,
I don't know
how much you make money in streaming?
I don't know how it's Disney. I don't know how it's like decided, but
like viewership is obviously a factor.
I do know it did really well.
But it's not like there's advertising, and also you're paying a subscription, so
yeah,
you can watch everything without.
I just know Disney did do very well. It did. Encanto did very well.
So it managed to become profitable in the end.
I think it did, and I think with just all the merchandising it did because of how well it did afterwards.
Yeah, I know the song became a big deal.
The song.
What was that song called?
Bruno.
Yeah, the Bruno one.
Talk about Bruno, no.
Yeah, everyone was obsessed with that for a while.
That actually, I'm gonna be honest, that's one of the best songs Disney has written in.
I've never heard the full song because I haven't seen the movie.
Oh, that's true, but it's a very good song. Actually, I would say one of the better Disney songs in a while. Oh shit. Yeah, okay, I got distracted. But it's a very good Disney song. I feel like this is going to be a very, very boring playthrough, everyone. I'm very sorry.
Well, you'll get better at it eventually. One thing actually is like I could as I said before, you could literally practice Tetris on your own. It's not as if you need this game in order to practice it.
That's true. But I don't know if there is Tetris on the PlayStation.
No, but I mean, literally, you could just go to a website.
Oh,
there's like this website that I was looking at, a Tower of Tetris, where you compete with other people to climb up a tower by doing well in Tetris.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So you could literally do that. But anyway, so in terms of other villain songs, let me just think now. So Snow White didn't have any villain songs. Pinocchio didn't have any villain songs. Do you remember that scene where Monstro sang?
Oh, I love that. That was my favorite.
Yeah, he sang beautifully. That's funny actually because there is another Disney movie where a short story is the whale who could sing.
That sounds kind of cute, actually.
Yeah, that's one of the better shorts in that one. In terms of villain songs, let me see. So, Dumbo didn't have one.
I do know the pink elephants in Dumbo freaked the fuck out of me.
I guess you could consider them the villain. Nah, they're not. They're just a weird little random sequence.
I'm pretty sure the villain in Dumbo... Oh, fuck, I don't know why I did that. I'm pretty sure the villain in Dumbo is the circus.
Yeah, well, there's basically two villains in it. You have the circus conductor and you have the other elephants who are so horrible.
They were, like, what the fuck did Dumbo do to have that abuse?
It's because he looks different. And that was enough for them. He's a freak, essentially. I don't know if they actually ever called him the word freak, but they definitely called him, like, you know, misshapen or something, didn't they?
They said something about his ears. It was more his ears.
Well, that's the primary aspect of him, yes.
I'm sorry. If I was given a little cute little elephant with massive ears like that, I would actually think it's fucking adorable, but you know, whatever.
Also, there was that good joke as well, actually, where the kid that was making fun of him also had big ears.
Oh yeah, he did.
And, like, no one could see the irony. He's making fun of the ears, and literally his own ears are, like, so big.
I think that was supposed to be the point, though, that he was, like, projecting.
Maybe. But, so you have that. There's no singing from the hunters in Bambi.
No, Bambi, if there was singing in Bambi, that'd be weird, because Bambi's quite dark.
Well, you say that. It's only, like, some very specific moments that are dark. A lot of the movie is quite cute. But obviously, there's a couple of scenes where it gets very dark. Which, again, I like that stuff in animation. I like to see it get dark every so often.
Fucked it.
But then, what came afterwards? So, but none of those ones. And then if you go into... So, Cinderella, your one never had a song. The stepmother.
Villain songs didn't come a thing, I think, until the Renaissance.
You see, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What about the ones before that? Were there any...
Beauty and the Beast had a villain song. Jafar?
Well, yeah, but that was... And Jafar didn't have a villain. Well, he had a slight reprise. There's one bit where he sings a little bit of an earlier song.
Yeah, but he didn't have his own...
No, he didn't have his own distinct song. That is correct. But, like, I'm thinking of... So, Alice in Wonderland... There was a lot of songs in that, and some of them you could consider villains. But if you talk about, I guess, the villain, the Queen of Hearts...
No, she didn't.
No, there was no singing on her part, I don't think. And then, after that was Peter Pan, which Captain Hook didn't have his own song, right?
No. I don't think there wasn't many songs that I considered actual songs.
Yeah. And then after that was Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, there wasn't really songs in Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, I remember the bit where the rat sings.
They're the dog in the pound.
Oh, they have their big sing-along moment, yeah. I thought there was at least one other big song in that movie.
Yeah, I don't think there was many songs, though.
But, yeah, a big point would have been her singing in the pound, yeah. That kind of...
He's a tramp. That one.
Yes.
And that's when, like, Lady is like, fuck you, tramp. You man whore. You basically fucked every single dog in this city.
I feel like Lady... Did Lady ever... Wait, did Lady meet her?
In the pound.
Oh, she was sent to the pound.
Oh,
yes, now I remember that. Okay. It took me a while. It's been a while, folks. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Lady and the Tramp is also a Disney movie I love very much.
I love that movie as well. The animation is so good.
Yeah, I actually, I say, like, if you ask me some of my favorite
Princess
ones, Lady and the Tramp would be...
Lady and Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp would probably be, like, in the top.
What a weird remake. They took out the A.
Yeah.
Oh, not A, the...
I'm gonna be honest, I actually wasn't mad at the live-action remake due to the fact...
I've never seen this.
It was one of the first movies...
I know of
it.
it.
For Disney Plus.
And you know me with the remakes, the live-action remakes.
No, there's a specific reason. I don't know why...
I know, it's the dogs, the fact that they were, like, rescue dogs or
They're
something
rescue
like
dogs, and then they all got adopted at the end. I really liked that.
But that's nothing to do with the movie itself, though.
Oh, I just really liked it, though. I thought it was really cute because they were dogs that...
Did you actually see it in the movie, or is this something that you learned about afterwards?
I knew about it when I watched the movie.
Yeah, so it's not even part of the movie itself.
No, but it's just a nice fact about it.
It's a nice fact, but to me, I feel like you should like something in the movie for being in the movie.
Fair.
I could have seen a better movie made with that.
I know. I was trying. I was afraid that I wouldn't have. I'd run out of time, so I just kept.
Okay, that's fair. And then after Lady and Tramp was Sleeping Beauty, which so Maleficent didn't have a song.
No, she did not.
After that was 101 Dalmatians.
I don't think there was a
song. There was a song about the villain.
Oh, Cruella.
But she never sung it herself.
No, it was sung by the husband.
Yes. Cruella de Vil.
He wasn't a massive fan of the creepy Cruella, which honestly, neither were we. No one was a fan of her.
She's a horrible lady.
She wanted to kill puppies.
And make a coat. Then after that, what came after that? Was it Robin Hood? Or am I misremembering? I might get the order wrong a bit for these
I actually
folks.
can't remember. I should probably look it up.
Or was it Jungle Book?
Could have been. Oh fuck! Sorry.
Jungle Book, I guess the main villain of Jungle Book was the tiger, Shere Khan.
Oh, Shere Khan was the villain in Jungle Book.
And he didn't have a song, right?
No.
Even though there were so many songs in that movie. That was like musical the movie.
The main songs were sung by
Baloo.
Baloo and
Did the snake sing a bit as well?
no, I fucked up. Oh fuck's sake.
The Vultures song.
The monkey.
The orangutan, yeah.
I
But
want
the,
to be an orangutan.
but the Vultures song as well, didn't they? They were meant to be like the Beatles.
Oh, they did, but they didn't have like a full big. I don't think their song was as big as the other ones.
No, I don't think so. You know that monkey, the orangutan, he's original to the movie. He's not in the books at all.
Ah.
Now, that makes sense, actually, because Jungle Book is meant to be set in India, and orangutans are not in India. They're in Southeast Asia.
Oh, okay. That's kind of weird that they added them in them.
Well, yeah, but they make mistakes like that all the time. Like, in The Lion King, they have a toucan. They come from South America.
I guess, like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. You're not going to know, like...
Unless you're really into animals, you're not going to know that a toucan isn't an African animal. That it's a South American animal. But, back to the thing. So, let's see, other ones. The Rescuers.
Oh, I love the Rescuers.
I love it too. Although you didn't love it enough that you could get my crocodile organ joke. Remember? Not joke, advice. Remember?
I know, I forgot. It's been a couple of years.
Yeah, I did actually add the clip into the video.
Oh, yeah.
But I made it very tiny, just so that, like, you know, it wouldn't get, like, flagged or anything. Also, there was no sound to it except the faint sound of the iPad being picked up. You're gonna get pushed up dramatically. Oh, yeah. Just thought I'd try to warn you about that.
No, it's fine.
So, what was after the Rescuers? After the Rescuers was stuff like, I think maybe then was Robin Hood. Oh, the Aristocats?
Oh, I loved the Aristocats.
Who's the villain? The villain was the butler.
Because he wanted, because he was mad that she was leaving all her wealth to the cats,
And he never had his own, like, song and dance, right?
the cats were the only ones who really had songs.
I thought the opera singer sung a little bit.
Who's the opera singer again?
The old lady who, like...
Oh, she had a little twirly sound, but not a song.
Okay.
It was kind of like when she was getting ready, she was like humming.
Yeah. And then...
He was mad because...
Yeah, the cats were going to get everything, and he was going to get pretty much nothing.
He was going to get the wealth once the cats died.
Oh, I forgot about that. That he was going to get the money once the cats were gone.
Yeah, that was why he was mad, because he was like, bitch, what do you mean? Because cats can live for a very long time.
They can. But anyway, so after that then... What would after be Winnie the Pooh? Oh, the villain of Winnie the Pooh. The Heffalumps and Woozles. Technically...
I don't think there's any villain really in Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, you don't think the Heffalumps and Woozles are villains?
Not really.
Do you remember that one?
I don't think any of them are really what you can say villain.
Well, yeah, no, they're just his imagination. But, I mean, they serve the function of villain, I guess. Then, after that... Oh... Was there a gap and then was it Fox and the Hound? Or was there anything in between?
Oh, God, I'm not actually 100% sure.
I feel like I'm missing one. But I can't remember. So the Fox and the Hound. There was some... I guess... Was the owl the only one who sung in that movie?
I think so. so, but I don't know. The owl wasn't like a big show of a song once again.
It was for a scene. She was singing the song of them like becoming friends.
Yeah.
What was the lyrics again?
Oh god, I can't remember.
I know my sister. I can immediately like that's the thing she associates with that movie. That song.
She must have really liked the song.
I guess. Best of friends. I don't know. It was something like that.
Yeah, it was something kind of cute.
Then the Black Cauldron came out after that, and yeah, the Lich King didn't have his.
No, there was no real massive song. I don't think.
Oliver and Company came after that then. So her pseudo wannabe villain Poodle gets her song.
Oh shit.
But she's like, as I said, pseudo wannabe villain. She's not the real villain of the movie.
She's not. She's more the one that was like the misunderstood one that she was more afraid that Oliver was going to
Take over.
take her place as the, because I think she
was pampered.
she was pampered, but I also think she wanted Ginny to love her, and Ginny just never loved her that much. Like,
To that degree.
I think the dog was like her parents' winning show dog.
Well, that's the thing. She was a show dog. I feel like
I think to the child, the parents never let the child and the dog
really.
play, and I think
That puts distance between
I
them.
actually think that's what that character's plot point is it's not exactly said, but I think it's hinted in the underline that that's actually what she was jealous about. It was not just taking place, it was more.
Yeah, but then you don't.
Why would this dog, who was never close to the child, be jealous of a cat that's close to the child? Because the dog wanted to be close to the child.
Yeah, but she doesn't need a whole song and dance number about it.
Yeah, I know, but I liked the song.
Was she voiced by some famous celebrity
I think
singer?
she was.
I bet that's why they gave her a big song, because she's a famous, singer. They often do that.
I think she was someone fairly famous, but I can't remember who it was.
After Oliver and Company then came Little Mermaid.
But I think, and wasn't the Little Mermaid, which one was the start of the Renaissance? That
Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
1989. Same year as The Simpsons came out.
Yeah, so I think that was like, I just don't think maybe it was expressed well in the movie, but I think I always felt like that's actually what
I mean, that's a legitimate
the dog
interpretation of it.
actually mad about, but it was never actually said, because I don't think the dog even knew what she was really mad about.
Yeah, but I feel like they could have done better with her.
They could have done better with her, but that is...
As I said, I like the movie, but I just think her part is
It doesn't make
weak.
sense. Why would a dog that is the parent's show dog that was never close to the child and was literally just the show dog be mad that this cat is close to the child? Unless they secretly wanted
Well,
to
wasn't it
also...
stuff like... I can't remember. Wasn't her bowl, replaced or something like that?
No, it wasn't replaced. The daughter just lent it to the cat until they went to the shop
Okay.
to buy him his own bowl.
Again, it's been a while, folks.
That was actually what it was. So the butler and Ginny, since the cat obviously didn't have a bowl, and the only bowl in the house was that dog's, they of course, thinking it's not big deal because it's their dog, just let the cat use the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And the dog was not impressed that the cat used their bowl. But there was more to it. She was very much jealous of the cat and the child spending time together.
Do you think anyone has ever analysed her character to this degree?
No, just me.
Well, me as well. I've also contributed here.
Yeah. But that is actually, I think, personally, that's what I always felt like it was. It was more, I'm doing so badly because there's a massive gap here.
That is a big gap. You have to... Oh my god, wait, how long... That's a really big gap, actually. Because it's not just that one, it's like...
I know, that's why I'm trying.
It's gonna be really hard to get back from. But it's not impossible, you could do it.
Yeah, but
Probably not when this happens, though.
Oh yeah, she just...
I was about to say... You do know how I can tell, right?
the sound?
Well, there's these little blocks that appear at the top of your screen, and that indicates how hard you're going to be like hit with. So, yeah. So, anyway, so there was that. Then it was.
But yeah.
Do you remember what came after Little Mermaid?
Wasn't Aladdin?
No, it wasn't. No idea? It's an often forgotten movie of the Disney Renaissance.
I'm trying to think. I'm actually not 100% certain.
So one hint I'll give you is that it was Disney's very first sequel to one of their movies.
What? So it was Aladdin wasn't out yet, obviously.
No, it wasn't.
Was
So
it
at this point, the
Rescuers
only
Down-
Disney
was
Renaissance
it,
movie was Little Mermaid.
Was it The Rescuers Down Under?
Yes,
2?
it was. Well, yeah, they don't have a 2 in the title, but yes, Rescuers Down Under. That was it. He didn't have a song, the hunter, in that, did he?
No,
I don't think there was that many songs in that movie.
I don't remember there really being songs.
People love the lizard, though.
The lizard? I was sad. The lizard didn't the lizard want to eat the eggs and like kill?
Well, yeah, but that's what a lizard is meant to do. They're meant to eat eggs. Also, Australia is like so dangerous when it comes to wildlife. Like, things in Australia had to become hard because Australia was just so hard to live in. So, imagine this way, and this is probably a decent way to move away from the Disney discussion because who knows how long we've been talking about Disney at this point.
I know, I'm sorry, but
let's go to geography instead. So, Australia.
yes.
Home of some of the weirdest animals in the world.
Oh, dude, my mom has this theory that if the world is actually, if we're actually living in like hell right now, and she thinks that Australia is basically like the hell on earth because of all the things that can kill you on it.
Yes, and well, I'm not gonna, obviously it's a good joke, but what?
Like she said, she doesn't know how, like my mom's so confused how anyone can live there because
It's so hostile.
it's so hostile, and you can only live in like small parts of Australia.
Yeah, just these little coastal regions. So basically, Australia, the history of Australia. So Australia used to be part of this supercontinent. Well, first off, there was Pangaea. You know what Pangaea
I know
is?
Pangaea. The entire world used to be part of Pangaea.
Yep, and then it split up into 2 continents.
Yeah, from basically the plates colliding and like separating, and yes.
And so
I did geography.
yeah, but it was 2 different continents. The southern one was called oh god, what's the Gondwana. The southern continent was called Gondwana.
Okay.
And Gondwana consisted of South America, Antarctica, I think Africa and Australia, and I think the Indian plate as well, or something like that. And basically, they split apart. Now, that's mainly to do with birds and reptiles and stuff, where their origins lie. Mammals came later, like true mammals. And there were 2 groups of mammals. One is the Eutherians and one is the Metatherians. It does sound a bit like an alien species when I say it like that.
Yes, sorry.
But do you know which one you are?
Human.
You're human, yes, but what is a human? Is it a Metatherian or a
I
Eutherian?
thought it was a mammal.
Yes. Metatherians and Eutherians are both mammals. You got no guesses?
No.
So you are a Eutherian. Sometimes referred to as the placental mammals.
Okay.
And they are the ones that did really well worldwide. Most mammals that exist today, is it over 90%? Is it that high?
I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to focus. Go on.
But marsupials, like so the ones that grow their babies in pouches.
Yes.
So we associate them with Australia, right?
I guess.
You know, kangaroos and
Yeah.
wombats and, you know, all those ones. But they actually didn't come from Australia.
Okay. I don't know.
Do you know where marsupials actually came from?
Pangaea.
Well, I mean, considering Pangea was everything, then technically you could say yes, but that's not specific enough. What I was more talking about was they actually came from South America.
Yeah, okay. Yep, sorry, I fucked up.
Yeah. Am I safe to keep talking?
Yeah,
or?
I keep talking.
So, the, marsupials actually developed... marsupials are part of Metatheria, you see. They developed in South America. But 3/4 of all species of marsupial are now in Australia. So how did that happen? How'd they go from South America to Australia?
No clue.
Well, it turns out that they actually went across Antarctica. You see, Antarctica back then wasn't ice. It was actually forested.
Okay.
And animals from South America actually migrated over into Australia through Antarctica.
Okay.
And... oh yeah, here we go.
They were going to beat me anyway, because look how they're good they are. So...
they're also taking their time a lot more with placing their pieces, you see. Even though theirs was so low, did you see their score was lower than yours?
True.
I mean, that is a... you see, technically at this point you could try an attrition policy, but the thing is, they're not going to be going for anything fancy. They're just concerned with clearing pieces, so you really need to shove them up. And secondly, it won't serve you well later on in the game. When outlasting them isn't an option in any way, shape, or form. You know?
True. But it seems like now even outlasting them isn't benefiting me.
It's hard to do at this point. You need to be aggressive with them. I think it's probably been long enough that if you fail this time, I should give it a go.
Fair.
And just see, like, can I do it? You know? I mean, it's all well and good I mean, I know I did it at some point, but can I do it right now? Is the question.
Yeah. Oh shit, that wasn't...
But, anyway, they migrated over, and Australia at the time didn't have that many mammals. And so, the marsupials diversified into a wide array of species. They're far more diverse than the marsupials in the Americas. Can you name any American marsupials?
No.
Okay, by far and away, the easiest one to point to when we talk about American marsupials is, have you ever heard of the Virginia opossum, also known colloquially in America as the possum?
Oh.
No?
Don't think so.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. I should show you a picture of it afterwards.
Yes, not now, obviously.
Not now. But, so, you see, because it was more competitive in the Americas, marsupials kind of were restricted in what way they could develop. They kind of continued to develop in very generalist forms, making sure that they can fulfill their needs in a variety of different ways. Which is why, like, you might find possums going through your garbage or something.
Okay, go on.
Whereas in Australia, they had to fill out very specific niches. I was showing Kathlynn earlier some Tasmanian devils.
Oh yeah, they were cute.
Yeah, they were cute. But they also they had a specific purpose, and that was to serve as carnivores in their environment. Now the thing is, the carnivores, they struggled a bit. Because again, there wasn't that much competition in Australia, which made it vulnerable to, like, outside invasion. So, for instance, do you know what a thylacine is?
No.
It's also called the Tasmanian tiger. Have you ever heard of them?
No, sorry, go on.
So they're an animal species that went extinct in the 1930s. They looked a bit like a wolf.
Okay.
But they had stripes like a tiger, which is where the name came from. So they're sometimes referred to as the Tasmanian tiger or the Tasmanian wolf. And they used to be, along with that, so they and Tasmanian devils used to be in mainland Australia. They weren't just relegated to Tasmania. But...
fuck, sorry.
It's okay.
Ugh.
Oh, well, okay, that mightn't be okay,
Yeah,
but...
no, it's not okay now.
So So my question to you is, why did they go extinct on mainland Australia?
Because you said some people probably hunted them.
So it wasn't just people. You see, oh god. Okay.
Yeah, you have to.
I always forget that the lead is so short. Okay, I'll just finish my point very quickly first. So what happened was, yes, humans arrived in Australia, but they brought with them something. They brought
probably like other animals that probably killed them or something. I don't know.
dingoes.
Oh yeah, dingo.
You know the dingo?
Well, the dingoes were already in Australia.
They only arrived there a few thousand years ago.
Oh, okay.
When I say a few thousand, maybe 8,000 years ago or something.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But they outcompeted the Tasmanian tigers. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Just since you've had such a long turn.
I know.
Let's see. But, so what's been going on in your life recently?
Sure, just went to the wrestling with, like, Friday night. Looking forward to going to London now. Well, this has been cut, is it?
No, this is just to fill out space.
Oh, feck. Oh.
So I can cut out the name if you want.
Just went to the wrestling in Cork on Friday night and going away with the boyfriend on Saturday to a concert of K-pop I want to see. And then going to be battling for Blackpink tickets next Thursday.
It is always a battle, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, I already told everybody I would sell every single person in my life for Blackpink tickets. That includes you, Owen. If I was told I had to sell everybody I know, I would.
Well, good to know what my value is.
Most of my friends said they were all of them said they were very much honoured and they wouldn't expect anything less from me to put in. And then they all told me who they'd sell me to go see. I think one of my friends said they'll sell me for My Chemical Romance tickets, and then another friend said she'll sell us all for My Chemical Romance and Blackpink tickets. So
I'm not much of a music person, you see.
Yeah.
So
you could sell me for you could say it's for something else, like meeting Sam and Tezuka or something.
That's the first one you went to?
I don't know. Would you not want to meet him?
Well, yeah, but not at your sacrifice.
Oh, you're a better person than me and everybody else then.
Wow.
Oh, sure, like I remember last November when I made a joke to my boyfriend where the wrestling in Cork, everybody's like his favourite thing. And I made a joke to him because it was my turn to buy the tickets. And I was like, what would you do if I told you I forgot to buy the tickets? And he was like, I would break up with you right now if that's the truth. And I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, you know I take the wrestling seriously, Caitlin. And I was like, okay, yeah, fair.
Okay, so I was able to do it. Okay.
You were, unlike me. So now
did you see? I have to move back.
You like built it up. I did notice that, and yeah.
Then I waited to get 2 lines.
But let's let this play
because,
and then I'll have to do it myself.
Indeed, it was a splendid battle, and I've returned.
Wow, it was a very long battle.
Oh, he is a boy. I assumed he was a girl.
No, is that because of the name I?
In that direction.
He kind of looks kind of girly.
Okay.
Something wrong, Ringo?
But I guess T can't be the only boy, or it'd be like a harem.
It was really impressive.
Unless he's into dog men. I don't know.
Because I was waiting for a good moment. Hey, now we know where Arl is.
All right.
Also, apparently Arl, or Arle, or whatever they call her, is apparently the main character of the Puyo Puyo franchise.
Who is?
The girl they're looking for.
Ah.
She's like brown hair.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back here because I actually do have to do this one.
Yeah, so again, you can skip this by pressing the start, I think.
Oh yeah.
So, admittedly, it was a little tough, I will say that. It was actually surprisingly tough because it's hard to do killing blows with Tetris, I noticed.
And it's like weird that it's tough due to the fact we're playing easy mode, everybody.
Yeah, it's still kind of near the beginning of the game.
I'm gonna hold on to that.
Yes, that's fair. So anyway, I think I'm a little closer to the mic than I was before, so I might sound a little loud.
Ah, fuck it. See, I already fucked up.
It's fine. Maybe you can win like this. Actually, if you could get tons and tons of combos,
Okay.
that would probably...
Okay, the side isn't going to...
How many stars did I get for that, by the way?
1.
Okay. What was the criteria then? Was it a time thing?
I don't know.
Because points-wise, I feel like I would have definitely gotten it.
Yeah, you did well on
So it must be a time issue then.
And you did it in 3 minutes.
Yeah, if it was a time battle thing, that probably wouldn't be quick enough, would it?
Probably not.
But, what was I saying about this? Anyway, so Australia. So Australia was very south, you see, because it was touching Antarctica. And it started going north, and so the environment started to change rapidly in Australia. It became much hotter. And so a lot of animals struggle. Apparently, Australia is the fastest moving continent even today. Like, most continents apparently are moving at a rate of... Is it 2 centimeters per year? Or something like that?
Oh god, I'm actually not sure.
Whereas Australia apparently is moving 6 centimeters per year.
That's
Like,
a
3
lot.
times the speed.
That's a lot.
Well, 3 times the speed.
Okay, that is a lot, yeah.
So... It's had a harsh history when it comes to the environment because it gets warmer much faster there, like in terms of the land moving, so animals can't adjust as quickly. Now they have adjusted. As I looked up, do you know what a bilby is?
Oh god, no.
It's kind of like a bandicoot if it was more like a rabbit. That's probably my best description of it. And
Okay.
they get all of their liquids from their food.
Okay.
They don't drink.
That doesn't sound very pleasant, but okay.
Yeah, well, they live in a desert environment where the chance of them getting liquid is never
A guarantee.
never a guarantee, yeah. It's the same thing actually with, do you know what a fennec fox is?
Oh, I know fennec foxes, they're cute.
Yes, but they also, I believe, derive almost...
Oh, shit. Go on.
I think they derive almost all of their liquids from their food as well.
Oh, okay. I actually didn't know that, but I've seen them and they're very adorable.
They're the smallest species of fox.
Yeah. Then they're
They
adorable.
they got big ears for 2 reasons. One is to let heat leave through their ears, and also to be able to hear things moving under the sand. So that if they hear like a scorpion or something under there, they can like grab them and eat them. Yeah, it's amazing how animals develop. It's an area that I really, really do like find fascinating. Also, here's a fact that I think is kind of interesting. Did you know that from a cladistic perspective, that means like in terms of like, you know, biology and stuff, birds are reptiles?
I think I did actually know that.
Oh, really? Did I
Yeah.
tell you that, or did you know?
I think you told... either you or someone else told me that, but I've definitely heard that before.
Yeah, well, they're descendants of dinosaurs, for one. Actually, do you know what their closest relative is today?
No.
The closest living relative today is crocodiles.
Okay, that makes sense.
You can see the resemblance, can you?
Kind of. Kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah, so the way it worked was... so you have your birds and your crocodiles down below, and then turtles are behind them.
Okay.
And then above them, in terms of like splitting, is squamata, which squamata is what we would associate with like your common reptile or snake.
Okay.
Or a lizard, I should say. So it's interesting. And then actually there is another reptile group that is closely related to squamata, but there's only one remaining of it in the world. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called a tuatara.
No, I haven't. Oh,
That's a
fuck.
real bad move.
I didn't mean to.
sorry.
I was meant to switch it, and I pressed the wrong
I
button.
meant to. I did. I don't want to.
But you guessed what went wrong, right?
I have an idea of what you did wrong, yes.
I meant to switch it around and I forgot. I didn't. I pressed down before switching it
Oh
around.
god, that actually hurt my soul to see
Yeah,
that.
and I think I would have done well if I didn't do that. Okay, I'm dead. There's no way I'm going to come back from that.
It's highly unlikely is what I
I
would
meant to
say.
switch it around and I would have been able to get rid of 2 blocks.
I
I
get what you were trying to do,
And I
yeah.
actually hit up.
That's...
My finger hit up.
Wow. That's...
That's just unlucky for me.
That actually hit me in the chest right there when I saw that.
It upset me too.
God, what was I talking about?
Okay, I actually...
reptiles and stuff, squamata.
This one isn't actually a great one to have, so I'm just going to throw it down here. Just because it's not exactly the best.
It's up to you.
Because I couldn't switch it, but I shouldn't have switched...
You could have fit that blue one on the
I-
red ones. Like now you can.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you could have gone even further to the left there, but... Oh yeah, maybe you're trying to stack it up to
I
get
was
the...
trying to, but I already left.
Yeah, well the problem is there's a little gap at the bottom already.
Yeah, that's because...
But the thing is, you can combo it. So
I should
basically...
have... I shouldn't have stored away that long piece.
So, comboing is basically where each time you place a piece down, it like fills out a line. And if you can get like
There we go.
3 or 4
It's
combos...
Kinda cleared. There now.
Yeah, that's a decent spot for it, I'd say. But, what else was I going to say about that stuff? So yeah, so like,
There we go.
Australia has had a hard time of it environmentally. In more ways than one. Do you actually know the most invasive species of animals in Australia right now?
No, I'm just going to throw this here to get rid of that line.
Oh, also, I think you get a huge bonus if you get what's called an all clear, which is where if you, like, complete it in such a way that there's no pieces left on the board whatsoever.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's quite hard to do, as you can imagine. But it is possible. I remember accidentally getting a few of them myself when I was playing. Where I wouldn't even be thinking of getting one, I just happened to get it. So the most invasive species in Australia right now. So, one is the rabbit,
Okay.
the European rabbit.
Interesting.
There's millions upon millions of them in Australia right now.
Okay.
And they're doing a lot of damage to, like, the vegetation.
That makes sense.
And then the other most invasive species is actually the cane toad. So do you know anything about the cane toad?
No. I was about to be like, what the fuck?
So, did you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where they go to Australia?
Oh god, maybe.
And, like, the Prime Minister wants to kick Bart in the butt.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, so you remember Bart actually brought a cane toad with him? And put it into, like, a fountain. And then it started, like, spreading all over Australia.
Yes. I vaguely remember that now that you brought it up.
So, the problem with
Basically committed a crime.
Yes.
The episode where Bart literally committed a crime.
in more way than one. But with regards to the cane toad, so the problem with them... So first off, they were brought in the 1910s, I think?
Okay.
And the goal of them was farmers wanted them to, like, get rid of insects on their land. They thought the cane toads would eat them. They didn't. They expanded their range. There's about 200 million cane toads in Australia right now.
Oh, Jesus.
And they are a problem for 2 reasons. One is that they are among the largest toads in the world and are capable of eating even small mammals.
That is very interesting, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Did not know that.
But even then, they're still a problem for a lot of other forms of wildlife. And why is that? It's because they're actually poisonous.
I think, yeah.
Their backs are poisonous.
I was thinking I heard that, alright.
So what that means is that if a big animal comes along and eats them, they'll suffer cardiac arrest and die. So that's a major issue. Now, the thing is, even with all these issues, actually, there are some animals in Australia that are actually fighting back and have actually developed tactics for it. For instance, there is a rodent species in Australia called a racali. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
It's about 1 kilo in weight, and they live in the water. So as you can imagine, toads and water, you know, they would go together.
Yeah.
So the Ricali would encounter them. And the Ricali have developed a tactic to successfully eat cane toads without being poisoned.
Oh, that's interesting.
And they developed this tactic within 2 years of encountering cane toads.
Because cane toads. Well, yeah, that can happen, I think.
So what they do is they flip the cane toad onto its back, and then they eat out its insides from the front. And they also like eat away like the skin on its legs and stuff, and they leave the rest of it because the poison's on its back.
It's kind of smart. They figured out that is what you do.
Incredible. Some birds have also figured that out apparently in Australia. And the problem is, even with those, it's still hard to deal with them because there's 200 million of them. You know?
True. Okay.
But at least some animals have figured it out.
Oh my god.
Okay, I might be quiet for this
I'm
section.
actually totally dead anyway. Like, there was no way I was coming back from that. I'm not doing well in this. But this is kind of a different game to Dark Souls and stuff where
Kinda.
it's like...
Oh, I see the similarities between them now.
Whereas, like...
Very similar games. No, they're not really. Well, like, so...
Oh, fuck!
At its most basic, you could make some arguments that they're similar.
I just had to do that to break the space.
You
again.
can get another combo if you put the T down below there.
Which, this one? Where? Here?
So if you do that, see, one combo.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Now, it's only one combo, unfortunately, so it's not going to do that much, but, you know, it'll do something.
Combo is a combo. I'm not too fussy.
If you switch to the green, you can get it, yeah, on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I feel now like I need to, like, like, communicate strategy to you, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
What I will probably have you do, though, and this will be very easy, is in between, I think you could literally just go on a website and just practice some Tetris.
Yeah, it's not going to be a double one, but it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, you still gave a lot of junk spaces to him. So anyway, besides that, what else about animals? Actually, here's an interesting one. Okay, so folks, if you're interested in Ireland and or wildlife, here's an interesting one. So, do you know what one of the most problematic invasive species in Ireland is right now?
Ooh, no, actually I do not.
It's the grey squirrel, also known as the American squirrel.
I didn't even know we had a grey squirrel on us, Owen.
Well, we do now only because they invaded the country. Militarily, no. Imagine squirrel invasion. But so what happens is the grey squirrels, so we have native squirrels, red squirrels.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay, yeah, go on.
Just like a lot of things in Ireland, red. But anyway. So these red squirrels are... So the grey squirrels are bigger in terms of weight and size compared to red squirrels. And also, these grey squirrels carry a disease that they are immune to, but that the red squirrels can't handle. And so the red squirrels end up dying. And for a long time, it's not just a problem in Ireland, actually. Britain's also had that problem. Most red squirrels have actually been eliminated in England. Now it's overwhelmingly grey squirrels. Ireland hasn't, thrived exactly, but it has actually survived a bit better than Britain in that regard. And there's a reason why. There's an animal that the red squirrel can handle better than the grey squirrel in Ireland. And do you know what animal that is?
No.
Have you ever heard of a pine marten?
No.
So they are apparently the rarest native mammal, I should say, in Ireland.
Okay.
They are kind of like, if you imagine, they're part of like the family that has like weasels and badgers and all that kind of stuff. They're big, long, and very strong jaws. And there was a time in Ireland where a lot of them were hunted and killed because they had good fur and also because they posed threats to livestock. But apparently in the 70s, I think, they were made a protected species. And they've actually had a bit of a revival in their population.
Okay.
Their range has expanded. And the grey squirrels can't handle those pine martens anywhere near as well as the red squirrels. And do you know why that is?
No.
It's because apparently, first off, the grey squirrels apparently spend more time on the ground than the red squirrels do. So pine martens are more capable of, going after them. And what was the other reason again with the grey squirrels and the pine? I think it's also to do with instinct and behavior, you see, because grey squirrels wouldn't have developed alongside the pine marten, whereas the red squirrels would have. So they know how to handle them, the red squirrels, whereas the grey squirrels don't. And so these pine martens just find the grey squirrels and kill them.
Interesting.
And then the red squirrels can return back to the areas where there used to be grey squirrels.
Yes.
Oh, you might. Okay, don't get too excited.
Yeah, I
you need to
know.
keep applying the pressure. Oh, but you got it.
I did it! I won!
You won.
I think it's kind of funny. I won just after, kind of not soon after you, kind of soon. Yay.
2 or 3 tries. What was the criteria? Oh wait, it doesn't show us.
No, it doesn't. I think the criteria was.
It'll show us on the main menu, I think.
I think the criteria was just beat him.
Continue. Wait, is continue? We'll continue to do the. Oh,
Yeah,
it does the
so
cutscene.
we can
Okay.
skip this because we already
Yeah,
did this.
skip this. Yeah.
It's just.
So wait, go back one more.
It's just beat him.
Oh, but there's gotta be. It's gotta be. Oh, but it's clarifying best time. Whereas I bet if you go back one more
Like no, because that's like.
and one more. Or wait. Oh yeah. See, the first one, which is a match, is about score.
Yeah.
So there's different. It's based on time or score.
So this one is obviously time.
Yes. So I think, yeah, we have definitely time to continue this.